Apparently, there was also some AI art as well. I'm obviously not going to show you any of this. Okay, I'm obviously not going to show you any of this stuff, but all the fucking 4chan weirdos, turns out, figured out immediately what the fuck it was, and they've like detailed it, even from like the brief snapshot that they got from the folder. But I did see this last night, and this is what made me want to talk about it, because as you guys know, Tacoma Wept is a legendary moment that friend of the show Brace unlocked within Vaush 4 years ago. Okay, 4 years ago. What is Tacoma Wept? Okay, fuck. All right. Give me the fucking Mehmet tweet. Roll the clip. I have to do it. I have to start off there. I have to start off with TrueAnon Mehmet. Ah, fuck. Where is it? Does anyone have the link? Here. Here you go. I mean, friend of the show, Brace Mehmet TrueAnon, who is, of course, literally on the broadcast routinely, which is additionally funny because he went and fought in Syria alongside Kurdish militias as a member, even though Vaush had told me that I am personally anti-Kurd, which I find to be strange. Like, that's what he was telling his audience, that I'm like anti-Kurd and anti-Armenian or some shit a while back. Cool stuff. Anyway, here's what happened. Brace was tweeting about Vaush, I guess, in 2020. And one of those tweets, what the fuck was it? I forget what the tweets were, but this was his response. This is a classic bit.
Wait, is this guy seriously saying that I can't get laid? Incredible, I'll give you 5,000 if you can get poontang before January 1st. Do you have any idea who the fuck you're talking to? When I got off Tinder because of the fucking quarantine, Tacoma wept. Even like ignoring the fact that I have a girlfriend, even if we're just talking like randos, I'm 2 hours away right now from being inside somebody else. This is one. I have two skills, and it's non-monogamy and speaking publicly. Okay, do some fucking research.
Every part of this is phenomenal. Okay? Every part of this is phenomenal. Do your fucking research. Tacoma wept. He truly does have a way with words. He is a very poetic guy. Okay? Also, we can see here why one does not interact with a hater. You stand to gain nothing and become this at worst. Exactly. Ah. Tacoma wept. Listen, he's got two skills and he's all out of words, okay? So that was like, that's why people are saying Tacoma wept, which is like such a beautiful, poetic. I'm not even being remotely ironic here when I say Tacoma wept is poetic. When I got off Tinder, Tacoma wept is literally some of the greatest words I've ever heard, only made so much better by who's saying it and with what energy they're saying it. Okay? I need you to understand, I am not being sarcastic. Like, is Tacoma a place or a person or an animal? I'm confused. No, it is no, Tacoma is a place. It is a city in the state of Washington. Anyway. And the follow-up was, I'm 2 hours away from being inside of someone. Okay? Praise is so funny. His response was, I am literally praying for you. With the fucking blurry ass screen grab. It's just like every part of this is so good. I don't know why. So look, my point is, My point is that was a banger, and you can only come up with bangers like that. Like it's like a fuck it Weasley, fuck it I'm saying it moment, Weasley little liar dude moment. Like there are sometimes moments of greatness in this silly little world where we stream on Twitch or on YouTube. Okay? And honestly, that's an all-time great. Like that is a banger. I'm 100% like I'm not joking when I say this. I love that clip. That has lived in my mind for so long, and you know, sometimes I use it in the real world, but I had never actually like brought it up on stream openly. Okay? And honestly, it's like refreshing that it's a now becoming like a real world meme. It has the Navy SEAL copy pasta in question. Yes. So anyway, but I've been waiting for this so long for this moment. I'm glad Ethan cooked them. Yeah, I mean, look, it's just like one of those. It's just one of those weird things. All right, like it's just there's a lot of weirdness going on in the debate side of the world in general, but this is part of the reason why I think like debate lording this kind of stuff is so dumb. Because like this is apparently after the folders were leaked and the contents of the folder were leaked. Okay. Here was his response.
The other one is like a threesome with two chicks and a guy. And in retrospect, looking at it, knowing now that that artist is a lolicon, yeah, I can see it. When I looked at it, I think the vibe that I got was like short stack, thick kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like the way like goblins get drawn in porn. You'll have to entertain me for a moment on this presumed shared knowledge of how goblins get drawn in pornography. But you know how they're all
how do you string these words together? You will have to wait. Oh God, I gotta run this. This is the best part.
thing. You know what I mean? Like the way like goblins get drawn in porn. You'll have to entertain me for a moment on this presumed shared knowledge of how goblins get drawn in pornography.
He is very skilled as an orator. Okay, like this is what debate guys are. They're very good at rhetoric. They're not exactly super knowledgeable. Maybe on goblin porn they might be, but like this is the same energy as Destiny too. They're one of the same, two sides of the same coin. Obviously, you know, Vaush is a lot more like leftist principles and values than the other, who is just like a neoliberal. But like the idea that you're like, no, actually, I'm going to debate you. Hello, it's welcome. I'm going to debate you on my divorce. I'm going to debate you on the contents of my porn folder. It's like, dude, don't do that. Don't do any of that. What are you doing? Don't do any of that. Just move on. People are going to constantly fucking bully you about it, but just never talk about it ever again. You know what I mean? What the fuck? But my favorite is also people in the chat going, but Vaush, why was it AI? Like they don't even fucking, like, what do you mean? There's a horsecock with Lolly. And they're like, dude, I can't believe you betrayed people by using AI horsecock porn. If you get your horsecock, it has to be straight from the source. I don't.
But you know how they're all like thick short stacks, right?
Anyway, but it didn't end there. Apparently, he said that you know, he tried to allude that like Ethan is transphobic or something.
Like the part where he said this is a pedophile community. Yeah, did he say that with regards?
Like, I highly doubt he said that, but I assume that he's probably thinking that not because there's like trans members of the community, but instead because there's people that are defending your consumption and habits. And that's it.
So there being a lot of transgenders here. Is that what he meant? Curious.
Anyway, Goblin Mode. Vaush says Ethan shouldn't expose his love for horsecock or make fun of him because it's election season. I swear to God, I'm dying right now. Video on the way. Ay, ay, ay. Anyway. Is it the Vaush teaches audience to defend CP? Well, here's the thing. I'm not going to scroll any further because I don't want, obviously, I don't want like anything accidentally to show. But the reality of the matter is, he has debated the ethics of such things in the past. Like a lot of people in Destiny's fandom, for example, think that I'm talking about him all the time when I talk about debate lords, but like a lot of debate lords have done this, including Vaush, including Destiny, and many other people. Like there are so many people who that like make a living constantly fucking testing their intellectual metal in the marketplace of ideas that have done this. And to me, like I'm brain broken. I'm online all the time. I'm permanently online. Okay. This is my favorite thing. See, look. I've watched you for 2 years and I don't know who the fuck these people are. Yeah, because I never talk about them. And I think for the past 2 years, as these guys have cut like so much like fuck Hasan content, they legitimately thought I didn't talk about them because like I was scared that their ideas were far too good and that members in my community would go over there and be like, oh my God, you opened up my mind. No, the reason why I didn't talk about them is because it's irrelevant drama. Okay? Like that Tacoma Web shit lived in my mind, but I didn't want to fucking make that into content and like expand on it because I thought it was like silly, ridiculous. Okay? By the way, you still follow Pepe Le K? Is that who is Keffels on Twitter? Even though she endlessly shits on you and is the #1 peddler of you being transphobic, yeah, I don't care. That's my thing. Like I don't even give a shit. Okay, and that's part of the reason why I've always been politics first, drama second. If I'm gonna do drama, it's not gonna be about like political commentators or whatever the fuck, but it's going to be about like silly internet drama because that's like a broad audience thing that people care about. Okay. And yes, I moderate chat and my own community to the best of my ability to avoid this kind of fucking drama because I don't think this like kind of brain rot is like even in any way, shape, or form remotely productive. I'm unironically a bigger fan of you for not talking about them. The vibes they give off are always off, and I'm glad the vibe checks were correct. Yeah, it's just... It's mostly because every single time, anytime you fucking bring this shit up, anytime you bring anything that they've done up, okay, it's always like the most psycho sycophants spending hours and hours and hours and hours trying to debate the minutia. And it's like, I don't want to spend any time thinking about the ethics of child porn or lolly or any of these things, dog. It's weird, and you're weird for defending it. Okay? That's it. That's why I always say, be fucking normal. I used to be a drama pervert, avoiding drama for months, just watching you and non-politics streamers help my mental health. Yeah. The other part of the drama stuff is that it also is like very toxic. Okay? It's very toxic. It creates like more of an interest in this sort of thing. So before and it cultivates a fan base that straight up only wants that. And when there isn't real drama happening, you as a content creator need to create that drama so you can keep feeding that audience, that beast that wants it. Same with fucking debate lording everything. That's why if you're a streamer that primarily debates, you always have to keep debating. And when you keep debating everything, okay, you're inevitably going to start debating the ethics of child porn. I don't make the rules. Those are the fucking rules. Might as well be a rule. It happens all the time. And like, this is what I mean. Look, but simping for literal terrorists is fine. Yes, dude. That's what I'm saying. That's what you're saying. I don't know what the fuck you're saying. Have fun with that, though, dude. Come on. Go ahead. Go ahead. Be like, yeah, dude, you had a 19-year-old Yemeni TikToker on, and that's why it's actually fine that my favorite content creator has like entire folders dedicated to like horses having sexual intercourse with like young girls or whatever. Okay? And the point is, it's just like the larger, broader point that I'm trying to make here is that time and time again, the reasons why I never talked about fucking Destiny or Vaush or any of the like the stand-in, I guess I call it, the xylitol, whatever the fuck, right? Type like content drama farmers and content farms and drama farms and debate farms in general. Like, the reason why I didn't talk about them for years and years is because I thought it was wholly unproductive and ultimately creates like an era of toxicity, and it makes people want more of that. And that's why we ban people whenever they're like, hey, this guy fucking literally has made a YouTube video about you. This guy said this about you. Can you address it? Okay. So I just want people to understand that. So before people go, oh, dude, I can't believe you're doing this. Like, I can't believe you're, addressing Vaush in this way. Like, you're hitting him when he's down. It's like, motherfucker, him and every single one of these fucking weird loser debate perverted drama farming Andys have been doing this shit for years and years. When no such drama even existed, they would try to find something and cultivate their own drama. Okay? So don't come at me and be like, the one time he does this, like, you fucking come after him. Okay, where the fuck was that energy for your own content creator for the past fucking 2 years, 3 years? Okay? Yeah. Anyway, Kevels apparently said, I'm disappointed in at H3H3 Productions. Tipster, genuinely disappointed saying what H3H3 Productions did to Vaush V after tonight. You'd think after everything Hasan's community as well as others in the past have done to misrepresent Ethan, he wouldn't be so quick to do the same to others. Yet here we are. He even used the same out of context clips alt-writers have used to defame Vaush time and time again. Whatever this was intended to be, there is one thing for sure. This was not the move. And it was extremely bad faith misrepresentation of Vaush. I like that I like that this is like, I'm being addressed here as well. Okay. Do you hear yourself, Lamont? All three of you? What? Honestly, coming from someone who watches both of you, this whole thing is so stupid. Do you hear yourself? All three of you are so immature when it comes to each other. Hold on. Whenever there's an argument such as this one, here's a really fun, really solid thing to do. Okay. Let's do it. Because people always do this. They're like, dude, everyone is equally at fault here, okay? So let's do it. Let's go to my channel, okay? And let's search Vaush. Not a single one of these is related to Vaush, by the way, but these are the ones that come up. Not a single video. Not a single, not a one, okay? Not a one. Not one singular video. Nothing. Okay? Zero. Every single one of these videos is just like completely unrelated. Now let's do the same for Vaush. Let's do it. Let's go to his channel. Okay? Let's take a look at his videos. To be like, this is equivalent. To be like, oh, this guy, he fucking is doing this to you as well. Hasan's takes on China might be getting worse. Hasan goes full debate lord on Piers Morgan over Israel-Palestine. Ethan Klein destroys HasanAbi in Leftovers debate. Hasan fails to answer a question on Taiwan being a country on H3 podcast. HasanAbi canceled for betraying socialism with the House. Okay, this one's defending me, to be fair. Tensions rise in Israel and Palestine debate on H3 podcast. The HasanAbi versus Marianne Williamson debate genuinely surprised me. HasanAbi exposed in global satanic Balenciaga controversy. Hasan and Ethan Klein's emotional Israel-Palestine debate goes off the rails. Hasan actually brought a Houthi militant on stream. Hasan and Ethan Klein debate over excuses content theft. Hasan beefs with Adam something, and I get called out. Hasan got dogpiled for objectively correct media take on One Piece. No, okay, there's a little bit of a defense there. Okay, that's good. Hasan humiliates Andrew Tate in hilarious debate. Thank you. There's a defense there. HasanAbi's and Kyle Kalinski's Ukraine-Russia takes are bad. HasanAbi gets intense debate over Tory Lane shooting Megan Thee Stallion. Daily Wire loser hit piece on me. HasanAbi makes no arguments. XQC HasanAbi lazy streamer drama content. New anti-Vaush and anti-Hasan video just dropped. I have not seen this one. Hasan banned from Twitch for saying cracker. Hasan socialism car. Hasan socialism car. Yes, HasanAbi makes money. Can we please talk about real problems? Okay, so he went from, I guess, somewhere Hasan declares war, smears me mercilessly. Hasan and Richard Wolff had some bad takes on the H3 podcast. Family Feud. Hasan versus Jank. These are literal end talking points. Leftists defend the Houthis. Debating how relevant on HasanAbi's wealth, hypocrisy, socialist morals. HasanAbi might debate yay, lol, contrapoints, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so before people pop off and be like, oh, you are the left's Ben Shapiro, the point is, almost none of these arguments are real fucking arguments, okay? They're all manufactured. They're all completely manufactured. Like, that's it. Notice how every time you mildly mention him because of video? No, the last time I did that was like during Ukraine, and I was like shocked at how over the top a defender of NATO he was. Because I was like, aren't you like supposed to be fucking libertarian socialist? Like, what? Those are like those are the cops. It's like being an anarchist who likes world police shit. Anyway, dare I say more? Should I go in on this on the Destiny side? If you want some smoke on that end too, before people go, oh, all three of you guys are the same. Okay, all three of you guys do the same. You talk about each other all the time. Okay, you want me to do that too? Because I could do that as well. We can do that too. Here we go. Hasan's full Houthi interview makes Destiny lose his mind. Hasan slams Shapiro and Destiny, calls debate useless. Hasan launches out of viewers and Destiny getting called out. Hasan loses after getting called out. Beyond irresponsible. Shut up, you dumb. Hasan fumbles easy debate and loses it. Hasan backtracks into insane toddler take. Destiny debated Hasan about breaking news and tried to warn him. Do you care? Ethan confronts Hasan in emotional debate. Hasan Piker wants Sam Hyde the most. Hasan defends leftists celebrating Hamas. By the way, this is personally also aligning with an actual out and about Nazi, okay? Destiny is so much worse than Vaush. So much worse. Not even close, okay? Because ironically, he also has defended a lot of the similar things. He's done the actually it's a phebophilia argument over and over again, okay? Hasan defends leftists celebrating Hamas, frustrates Ethan. Hasan addresses the insane comments attacking Ethan. Ethan confronts Hasan on socialism. Leftovers done for good. Ethan suspends podcast with Hasan. Before this guy opened up a fucking singular Wikipedia page about Israel-Palestine to act like he was the actual foremost authority on the issue, even though he got a shit pushed in by debating like actual experts, who know a thing or two, he had cut thousands of videos at this point about like simply debate, simply drama. Okay? So that's the problem. Okay? This is what you do. This is what you do when you don't have anything else going on and all you're doing is just fucking farming drama. It pays the bills. I'm paying his bills. I'm paying his child support. Okay? So he should be thanking me every fucking day of the goddamn week. Come on now. Think about the smoke he has here. Okay? Versus the way he talked to Ben Shapiro. Think about the way he has talked in just the last month of videos that I just showed you versus the way this man who is supposed to be a liberal, who's supposed to be a leftist, and the way he puckered for Ben. Puckered up. Don't fucking say it's a low blow. Don't step to his level. Suck my dick. This dude literally has falsely smeared me for a living. No, I'm sick and tired of this fucking bullshit. The same point goes for Destiny as it does for Vaush. The reason why I don't talk about how I'm basically paying for both of his fucking divorces in general is not because I'm afraid, okay? It's because it's incredibly fucking annoying because every time I bring it up, every single one of his fans come in here and go crazy mode. They're like, no, let's talk about it actually. All of a sudden, they have all the smoke. All of a sudden, they have all the ethics and the morality. These are people who have been calling me a fucking terrorist that needs to go back to Turkey, go back to my own country, like I'm an Islamist fundamentalist for literally months. Okay? It's insane to me that every single time this happens, okay, they very quickly forget all of the shit that they've said and turn into like the wokest progressives of all time. It's literally 4chan shit. Okay? It's poll. It's poll. It's 100% Kiwi Farm shit. It's 4chan shit. It's basement dweller bullshit. Okay? That's crazy. And yeah, if you try to fucking duke it out with pigs, you're inevitably going to catch a lot of shit. You're going to be rolling in a lot of shit. Okay? A lot of pig shit. So, that's part of the reason why I don't like doing it. And they've cultivated an entire fucking community and an entire community of orbiters on top of that, like secondary lines of attack from like dudes that want to show their loyalty to this fucking weirdo that basically make these insane videos all the goddamn time. That's why Ugopnik, when in his video, didn't actually refer to them by name, but just simply said cancer tumors on the supposed left. That's it. That's it. You know? Always. Always. And it doesn't matter. It's like you make fun of them for not knowing anything about the subjects that they cover, and they'll turn around and be like, I didn't realize that doing Wikipedia research was like a bad thing. I guess you hate people learning information. It's like, no, dude. The problem is acting like you're the authority on a subject and like trying to find post hoc rationalizations by skimming Wikipedia without demonstrating the proper fundamentals even to broach the subject matter. You can't be like 3 weeks in to defending Israel's ethnic cleansing campaign and get caught running around being like, well, this must be Erdogan, who is the president of Israel, right? Or president of Gaza or whatever the fuck. It's so dumb. And it's all the same talk about JDam expert, by the way. Okay, JDam expert. Yeah, dude. JDamming this dick in your fucking mouth. There you go. Look, every single one of them is in here right now. There is not a space on the internet where you can say anything about Destiny without every single one of his fans coming in with their 11th sock accounts. Okay? 11 sock accounts coming in and repeating the same talking points over and over and over again. That's it. It's unhealthy. They do. They watch me all the fucking time. They watch me all the goddamn time. They sit there. They fucking try to put a paste bin together with like clips that they can farm. And they bring it up over and over and over again. Yeah, right? He's talking to a congressman right now, Roach. Oh, shit, dude. Sick. 40-year-old 4chaners white knighting dipshit. It should be sad, but it's so funny. It is. Anyway. Just immediately being like, Roach. When someone calls me a Roach online, you basically have demonstrated one thing and one thing only. That you are a 37-year-old dude who still browses 4chan, okay? Or you go on like r/green text or whatever. And you wish for the halcyon days of 4chan where it was like actually relevant. So to everyone that comes in here to talk their big shit, I love you all. I wish you well. Okay? I love you all. I wish you well. And I hope you can get out of it. Ask them if D gave them a new talking point. They'll say, view count's down. That's why you're doing it. Or probably like, no, they'll probably go for the high notes like, you say Gusano or whatever the fuck. By the way, which apparently Destiny's mom is like literally admitted to their family owning slaves, which I thought was really crazy, but I didn't even know that shit. But yeah. I don't know if this is a real post or not, by the way. Hilarious D is subtweeting V being like, wow, sure would be nice if you had a big streamer friend sticking up for you right now. Yeah, that's the other thing. I saw this too. My man really went with the I'd be fine with the whole lolicon thing if Vaush hadn't been really mean to me. Man, it seems like it would be nice right now to have other large content creator friends. Too bad he's a backstabbing childish piece of shit and has absolutely no friends in the streaming community. Crazy how that works. Enjoy your lolicon, horse fucker. What? Time and time again, these dudes openly demonstrate that they have no interest in like any principles. Like, you can't even just be like, that's gross unconditionally. You have to act like you would defend it. But to be fair, I'm sure you guys have the, what do you call it? The fucking clip. I mean, I've seen him literally debate against Sneeko, talking about how actually it's a phobophilia. There's a difference between being attracted to a 14-year-old versus being attracted to a baby. Like, it's like, dude, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you trying to defend fucking minors? Okay? Why is that a thing in your mind? There has to be a point. There has to be a point where you go, maybe I shouldn't defend this. And before you say, I'm making this up, it's literally on tape. Okay? He's tweeted about it before. It's also on tape. It's very odd. Was Vaush mean to Destiny, or is he still just unable to move on about Vaush leaving his community? Destiny never lets go of shit like that? Yeah. Anyway. Basically, he's saying he would defend it out of opportunism and it doesn't care if it's right or wrong. Exactly, but his fandom doesn't understand it. They don't care. They'll come in here, okay? They don't care. They'll come in here and go, ha, talking about Destiny again. Fucking got him. Dude, I already showed you, okay? Probably 1,000 videos at this point. I don't know what the exact number is. I'm sure someone could find it, okay? But there are thousands of videos at this point. Most of it is complete nonsensical bullshit, too. It's like he owns a house. He's rich. None of these things are hidden, okay? These are all very open things that I talk about personally. Or my favorite genre, which is a bastardization of the point I was trying to make, or a misspeak, okay? And then turning around and then acting like this is the actual position that I made and constantly fucking screaming about it. What is this? We all know Vaush is jealous of
In a
the song.
situation where I'm coming and I'm like, oh no, this is terrible. So I suspect the horse was enjoying it.
That's most of the time for me.
So you guys want to know what you do? So you have mares in heat, right?
Okay, first of all, this is literally not about Vaush. This is me talking about working at a ranch, okay? They put Vaush in there as a meme, just so people don't misunderstand. A couple of friends I have fell into the D-cesspit. They're becoming increasingly dismissive, antagonistic, argumentative, and fucking annoying. Yes, that's what I'm trying to explain to you, okay? I'm trying to explain this to you. If you're in here, watch Destiny all day, every day. It's fine, okay? But before you know it, you most likely are going to find yourself becoming increasingly antagonistic and toxic, okay? I guess the question you should ask yourself is, do I really want his lifestyle? Like, let's say the peak of you LARPing as though you are Destiny or Vaush is you becoming them, right? If that's is that the desire that you have? Do you want to constantly be a guy who's like alienating people, pushing them away with some like supposedly genuine interest in finding the truth about a matter through testing the metal of your ideas in the marketplace of ideas, right? And yes, I can say the same thing about my community too, absolutely. But the difference is, I think I'm doing quite all right, mentally speaking, okay? I have a shit ton of friends, and I, touch grass on a regular fucking basis. I have normal friends, and I'm not constantly finding myself arguing about every little minutia simply for the sake of winning an argument.
And also,
Let me. Do you want to see?
Okay,
do you want to see the update?
All right.
Because Ethan found out about the horse porn stuff, and he was blasting him on his show, and this was his retaliation.
One is like a threesome with two chicks and a guy, and in retrospect, looking at it,
The two chicks and a guy. The guy is a horse. It's a horse, and not even like
Secretariat.
It's no, literally, like it's not even a horse that's like
That famous horse, yeah.
Like a furry or something?
yeah, it's not even like a humanistic horse. It's not an anthropogenic horse. It is a horse with a horse cock, and the horse is having its ass eat. I saw it. Okay, it is all over the replies of every single one of these fucking tweets. Yeah. It's not BoJack Horseman. No, it is literally just Secretariat would be adequate. Yes.
knowing now that that artist is a lolicon, yeah, I can see it. When I looked at it, I think the vibe that I got was like short stack, thick kind of thing. You know what I mean? The way like goblins get drawn in porn. You'll have to entertain me for a moment on this presumed share.
Entertain him.
Wait.
Entertain him for a moment.
You know how goblins are drawn in porn. I don't.
Like
I
goblins
don't know
get
that.
drawn in porn. You'll have to entertain me for a moment
You'll
on
have to
this
entertain.
presumed shared knowledge of how goblins get drawn in pornography.
It's not shared
but you know how
knowledge.
they're all like
This
thick
is
short
deeply
stacks, right?
esoteric knowledge. Okay, sorry.
Dude, fellas, come on. How many times have you commissioned goblin porn and then people go, oh, that's Lolly, actually. That's like a little girl instead. And you're like, oh, I thought this was a
I just thought she
3,000-year-old
was
goblin.
small.
The AI.
I thought she was a mythical creature.
Yeah. You never want to be defending this shit. This is a big L. You ignore and you move on. But when you're like in the thick of it, I think you just don't understand, and then you create phenomenal content.
Exactly. Like you need to litigate every aspect, and like you take anyone disagreeing with you or getting over on you, like something you need to like have a fucking litigate out to hours. And I just think I don't know. Like I guess like the broader thing with like political debate is like, I just don't see like the utility of it, and I think it's like actually a sign of weakness because it's like there are things that I just don't think are worthy of debate. Like I don't want to. I have no argument with you if you think otherwise. It's just sort of like
like the ethics of child pornography, which they debate all the time.
Just move on, like I don't like. There's nothing to talk about here. Like it's okay to disagree. And then there are disagreements that are so profound about like how you see the world that like they're not going to be resolved by some sort of Socratic method.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. I don't know what you do.
You can debate like sports. You know,
I think you take some time off. Like I Like in a situation like this, like you have to, like you just have to take time off and just like maybe do a comeback like a year later or something, because like you can't, there's no way to address this.
He'll linger behind you for so long too.
Yeah.
Another thing I don't like about debate culture is that like the worst thing you can make is an ad hominem. But I think like
Or-
the person advancing an argument is the most important feature of whether that argument is credible or not.
Yeah, well, which is precisely why all of those guys that go ad hominem are like number one experts at being like, excuse me, but methinks you bought a house in 2021. So that means your argument is invalid. And then it's like a different version of that cycled over and over again by some of the dumbest people I've ever encountered on the entire planet.
Well, because like it's just like there's never going to be like because these things that people are debating about are issues of like moral values and culture and like just like sort of the framework for how you understand the world, and like that these are, I just don't think these are things that can be debated or there's any useful. There's anything useful to be had in making a spectacle of it. It's either like you have confidence in your beliefs and are willing to stand up for them, or like know how to defend yourself if challenged. But like, yeah, it's this instinct to make everything into that everything can be litigated or like can be resolved through debate or conversation.
Yeah, it's some things you can't resolve, especially lolly. Like getting caught with lolly is the worst thing. But apparently his fans are more upset about the AI porn part of it than anything else, really.
Yeah.
And we're gonna move on from this. You stop horsing around and wait till things are more stable. The naysayers will always be there.
Oh,
You
what's
just
up,
gotta get
Michael?
back on the saddle. Yeah, he's right. He's right.